If you're watching this video, first of all, congratulations. You're one of the few who got exclusive access to this walkthrough of the Safe Money Checklist. This checklist will give you the context, the reasoning, and the decision-making framework that I normally only walk through one-on-one with my clients. This video is where we get practical. This is where you look at your money and start making smarter decisions with it today. We're going to walk through the 5 things to do to protect and grow your savings in any market. Number 1, review all low-risk accounts. First thing first, you want to take inventory of where your conservative or your safe money is currently sitting. Now, when I say safe money, most people immediately think cash or savings, but safe money shows up in more places than people realize, especially inside retirement accounts. Many people don't even know how much of their portfolio is actually conservative, so this is where we find out exactly what's in those conservative buckets. This is going to be beyond just your checking and savings for emergency funds. This could be if you own a CD or money market account. This could be if you own treasury bonds or maybe put money in a high yield savings account. Maybe you already own a couple of fixed or fixed index annuities, or maybe you have a portion of your 401k, IRA, or any other retirement accounts allocated towards a fixed interest bucket. So grab a paper and a pen and literally write down where everything is and what type of interest rate you're getting on it. This part alone is so important because we can't fix anything if we don't really know how it's performing. Now, if you don't have much set aside in these types of accounts, this is your sign to diversify. Having a healthy mix of both safe and growth-focused strategies is key, especially if you're approaching retirement or feeling risk-averse. A lot of people ask me, how do I know how much of my portfolio should be allocated towards growth-focused buckets and then how much should be towards safe buckets? And this is where the rule of 110 comes in. Now, the rule of 110 isn't a hard rule, it's just a guideline to determine how much of your portfolio should be in the market and then how much should be in safe money strategies, like annuities, high yield savings, or any fixed vehicles. So what you're gonna do is take 110 minus your age, and that will equal the percentage that you should have in market-based accounts like stocks. Then you take the difference to get you to 100, and that's the amount that should be in your safe money vehicles that aren't affected if the market goes down. So, quick example, if you're 65 years old, you'll take 110 minus 65, and that would equal that about 45% of your portfolio should be in the stock market, and then the other 55% in safer strategies. So why does this matter? Most conservative accounts are tied to short-term interest rates, and when those rates drop, your earnings do too. By knowing where your money sits, you can now plan ahead and reposition for protection and smarter growth, and not just let inflation eat up your savings. Okay, moving on to number 2, check your maturity dates and penalties. If after doing the inventory of your conservative accounts, you found that you were holding things like CDs, annuities, or any accounts with a time commitment to it, take a minute to review. You want to know exactly when those accounts mature, if there's a penalty for withdrawing funds early, or even if you're in a grace period where you can move funds without penalty. So on that same sheet of paper, write down those maturity dates and even add them to your calendar. This step alone has saved my clients tens of thousands of dollars because sometimes people forget that their accounts are maturing and automatically get renewed into a new contract, where if they would have been mindful about the maturity date, they could have taken those funds for liquidity or even just moved them somewhere else where they were getting a better interest rate. I can't tell you how many times someone came to me right after a renewal window closed, and now their options are limited for months or even years. Timing your moves gives you leverage. Don't wait until your money's stuck somewhere or earning pennies. Reposition it while you still can. Number 3, compare multi-year options while rates are still high. This step is all about locking in certainty, not chasing returns. A lot of people think that short-term CDs, high-yield savings, money markets are the best option if they want to stay out of the market. And there's definitely a place for those vehicles in your portfolio, but most of the time, those accounts are going to be a band-aid solution for a short time frame. The interest rate environment is constantly changing, and these accounts are constantly changing with it. These accounts are going to be better for quicker liquidity, but they're not going to be better for locking in better growth potential. We're coming off one of the highest interest rate environments that we've seen in years, and historically, these windows don't stay open for long. This is why so many people are repositioning their money into multi-year options, like annuities, multi-year CDs, or structured notes. You don't have to reposition all of your money, but a lot of people benefit from diversifying, keeping some funds for short-term liquidity and some for longer-term growth potential. If you want help reviewing your options, I've added my calendar right here in this checklist. You can click that link to book a free strategy session with me, and we'll review your options. Number 4, stress test your income strategy. So what does that even mean? If you're nearing retirement or already retired, you need to ask yourself, is any of my safe money generating consistent and guaranteed income? And what happens to my cash flow if interest rates fall? Many people mistakenly assume that the income that they take from their interest is guaranteed, or that their dividend income will always stay the same. But the truth is, your safe money may not always be safe. Inflation and lower rates can eat away at your future income faster than you think. So again, pull out that pen and paper and notate which accounts you draw income from. And mark if that income is guaranteed, meaning no matter what the economy does or the interest rate environment, it stays the same. This would be accounts like pension income, Social Security income, income annuities. Once you've notated your guaranteed income buckets, next, take note of where you're drawing income from accounts that can fluctuate. This could be dividend income, interest generated from savings or CD accounts, rental income, withdrawals from your retirement accounts. A strong retirement strategy has enough guaranteed income coming in to cover expenses and leave a little wiggle room for extra spending or when emergencies pop up. If your guaranteed income bucket is lacking and you find that most of your income comes from vehicles that can fluctuate, then this is where a guaranteed income annuity can save your savings. Because having peace of mind doesn't come from just having money, it comes from knowing exactly how that money will support you no matter what. And finally, number 5, schedule a strategy call as soon as possible. If this checklist raised questions, then that's a good thing. It means you're actually thinking critically about your strategy and how to improve it. But it's not enough just to think critically. Now we have to move critically. This is your window to act before interest rates fall again and the best offers disappear. This is the time to lock in competitive rates while they're still available. Shield your savings from any future market swings and explore guaranteed income options built around your goals. Most people never get this level of clarity. You already took the first step just by showing up. My clients are already securing fixed rates and index growth, so use this checklist, be thorough, and then use the link below to book a free strategy call with me to see what's possible for you. Talk soon.